everyone, welcome back to Low Luxury, the channel where I show you what authentic luxury clothing and streetwear looks like. And today we are going to be taking a look at a pair of joggers, which are literally, unquestionably, my favorite type of bottoms. They just work for like everything. And this pair is especially sick because this is a pair of knit joggers, like waffle knit joggers from UNRAVEL Project. And I don't know if you're familiar with UNRAVEL Project, but they're really awesome. It's super high-end stuff, kind of like dark gothic luxury streetwear. I would say they share a lot of similarities with Rick Owens, and on the other hand, they take a lot of cues from like Japanese and Korean streetwear, those styles. So this is like a crazy techie knit drop crotch applique distressed pair of joggers. It's awesome. I'm already in love with it. So let's check these bad boys out. Yo. Before we get too much further, subscribe to the channel. I make tons of luxury and streetwear content. And also, if you're looking for deals on luxury and streetwear, check the description. I've got some of the best sites with all authentic stuff. Check it out. Oh my God, you guys, look at these. So we start off at the top of those drawstrings. Super dropped crotch. You've got this distressing going on here. Take a look at that waffle knit. You follow them down. They taper really nicely. Nice skinny legs. You get down to the jogger bottoms. There's even a siren going on outside. Even the fire department is trying to come cop these off of me. You've even got this, like these straps coming down off the legs. So many amazing elements to this. But first, we got to start by taking a look at the retail tags that come with these joggers. So as you can see, these tags are super long here. And the first one, it's like plastic, I would say. It's fairly solid. It doesn't bend that easily either, but it's like matte black. And then you get down to the bottom, and that's actually, believe it or not, their logo print. It does say UNRAVEL, it's just kind of hard to see. And that is like debossed, like they're carved into the tag itself. You see that? Look at that. See-through, baby. Boom. That's really cool. On the back of this, we've got a couple stickers. So the left one here, we've got our model number, which you should always look up, make sure it matches and your piece actually shows up. We get a size that's a little bit bolder. We'll definitely talk about sizing a bit later on and how these fit. Model name, Distressed Waffle Low-Rise Sweat Black Ben Taverniti UNRAVEL Project. So that's the brand name down at the bottom there. We have one more sticker off to the right of that. Again, we've got that model number, which matches. Always good to see. Size again, and a price. These are pricey pieces. UNRAVEL Project is not cheap, but you can usually find them on sale. There's some great pieces, so don't worry too much about that price tag. This next tag is kind of like opaque. Like you can kind of see my finger through it, right? It reminds me a bit of some of the off-white hang tags. One side of this is blank. You can start to see the text from the other side. Each language is separated by a star, as you can see. The second language is English. This garment is handcrafted what does that say? Farmant? It does say farmant. We got a typo. That's funny. Is unique and different to the rest. Possible irregularities. This was not written by someone who English is their first language. I'll say that right now. But that's okay. I forgive them. This next tag is super thick, kind of plasticky feeling, coated in black. This side's blank, and this side in a glossy black going up vertically. It says Ben Taverniti. Let me get that to focus. It doesn't like the black on black text. UNRAVEL Project. Love it. And these all have these like rectangular skinny carvings at the top to go to this ribbon, which is how it's tied onto the piece itself. And even the ribbons are like plastic taped together, I guess. Interesting. Now let's take a look at the brand tag with these pants. And well, what do you know? Where you would usually see a brand tag, none exists. But not to fear, because on these pieces, the brand tag is actually on the outside of them, which I've actually never seen before. So if we follow this leg down here, I believe it's this one. So you don't see anything here, but if we turn it over, this is kind of like the back of the calf. That is where the brand tag is. So it is a black tag with like white embroidery on it, stitched down on all four sides really nice and cleanly. You get vertically that UNRAVEL logo there, the logo print. Then Ben Taverniti, trademark UNRAVEL Project. To create something new, you must first destroy. That is very, very accurate for the kind of vibe of Unravel project pieces. You get a big, big size, S for small, and then your washing instructions down the bottom right. So I actually love that this is showing on the piece. I think it's great. It's really striking too. I love the design of it. And you can see off to the top right of this, you have these ribbons that also have the brand name in them. Just such a nice piece here. Now the care tags, luckily those are actually inside the joggers. So they are right over here. And as you can see, these are kind of like hanging off of this piece of fabric here where they're stitched in at the top. And those two, they kind of hang down from the back seam here. The tags themselves are a matte black, very, very plasticky feeling tag. And in a light gray, you get that brand print, then the model number, which matches everywhere else we've seen it, sizing, and each of these is separated by a slash, then fabrication. This is cotton and a teensy weensy bit of elastane there. This first tag is a loop tag. The fabrication continues on the back of that. Then we get 5 washing symbols and into the washing instructions, first in English, then in other languages. And these are all left justified, all caps. The next tag is also a loop tag, and those washing instructions continue into German, Asian languages, Arabic, and then you get a bit of space down at the bottom there. The backside of that one is blank. And the final tag is a single tag, doesn't loop over, and it's got the company information, Unravel Project SRL, their address, and of course, made in Italy. It's a high quality piece, you guys. I'm about it. And the back of that is also blank. All right, now that we've checked all of that out, we get to the fun part where we get to check out the actual piece itself. So, let's start at the top with the waistband here. So as you can see, around the back and front here, it's that same waffle knit as the body itself. And look at that. It's beautiful. So right here, it's stitched in with like these zigzaggy prints. It looks very, very kind of slapdash in an interesting way. And even cooler is then off to the sides of this, around the sides, you actually get like the bare elastic cabling or whatever it is. I just think that's a really, really cool look there. You do get a couple of drawstrings here. They're nice and long, fairly simple, like ribbon style. You can see the texture of those there. Thank God you do get pockets at each side here, and they are sizable pockets. You can fit all sorts of stuff in there. You can even see the size. They come down quite far, so I love that. And then around the thighs, you start to see some of that distressing. It starts off fairly light. This one's probably the biggest of the bunch right here. It's very intentionally placed. I really like the placement of that. And it starts to get a bit more intense as you go down. Of course, as mentioned, there is a drop crotch here. So it's an entire additional piece of fabrication that comes down under the crotch there and gives it a great like techie streetwear, Asian streetwear look. So I love that. Our biggest piece of distressing by far comes at the knee right here, where it's really fully opened up. So that you're kind of getting more and more destroyed as you go down. And then this, it's almost like you skidded on your knees, rip the piece open. So I think that's some really smart placement there. And then getting down the leg, finally, you get to the jogger bottoms. They're nice and long. You can see it's like a mesh fabrication here, and they have a lot of stretch to them. So no worries there. It's not tough or anything getting them on or off. I already mentioned these kind of ribbons that come down off the kind of back of the calf here. And there's a lot of options of what you can do with these because they actually fall below the end of the joggers themselves. So you could let them just kind of flap on their own. You could tie them around your knee kind of. There's a lot of options there to make the look your own. The back of the pants are kept quite a bit cleaner. There's not really any distressing here. You don't want your ass cheeks hanging out, so I appreciate that. As you get down, you do get stitches going along the back of the knee here for those ribbons, and that's at both legs, as you can see. And then you get down to the bottom of the piece, and that's kind of that. On the inside of the piece, it's really the exact same texture of knit as the outside, and it feels amazing. It has a bit of stretch to it. It's nice and soft, so I'm all about this fabrication here. It feels great to wear. So now that we've checked all of that out, let's try these on to see how they feel and see how they fit and how they look, because there's a lot of cool visual things going on here. Man, these things are awesome. Okay, first let's talk about the fit. So these are tagged as a size small, and I would say that's about right. The waist, I'm a size 30 waist, and these fit me great. They hug me well. They have some room to stretch if I wanted them to, but I also don't need to like be doing the drawstrings or anything to keep them tight enough. They stay around my waist perfectly, just as it is with the elastic band. So I'm super happy about that. They are on the long side, which pretty much all luxury bottoms are. Like, I'm 5'10", I'm not super short, but pieces like this, they're made for people that are like over 6 feet, so you just kind of got to expect that they're long. But this being a drop crotch piece, a bit of kind of bagginess and bunchiness around the legs actually gives it a really nice flattering look, I think. I think it really works for the piece, so I have no issues there. So when you're buying a size, I would say go with your normal size. Small for a 30 and so on, up or down from there. The feel of these is incredible. Of course, it's a waffle knit. It's one of the best feeling fabrications out there. It has a nice amount of stretch to it. It's really warm. I think these are going to be great in the winter. The distressing adds just like the tiniest perfect bit of breathability, so that's awesome. And I think the placements of that distressing are really, really great, and they're in the right places. That ribbon coming down, again, super cool. You can just have it hang down or you can tie it off. I really like it when you tie it off. So I'm super hyped on these joggers, and I'm gonna wear them all the damn time now. So that is what a real pair of pants from UNRAVEL project looks like. Take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.